When disaster hits, the first 72 hours are critical, and most people aren't ready. Whether it's a blackout, flood, or civil unrest, having the right gear can mean the difference between survival and catastrophe. In this video, we'll break down the 11 essential items you must have before it's too late. Emergencies don't wait for you to prepare. From natural disasters to unexpected crises, being equipped with the right survival essentials is not just smart, it's necessary. This guide will walk you through the top 11 items recommended by experts and agencies like the American Red Cross and Ready.gov, ensuring you and your loved ones are ready for the unexpected. Subscribe now, because being early is everything when disaster strikes. Number 1. Collapsible water container, 5-10 gallons. Water is survival priority number 1, but while most people stock bottled water, they forget one key piece: a collapsible water container. It's compact, durable, and expandable, giving you the ability to collect, store, and transport large volumes of water during an emergency. Why is this important? Because pre-stored water runs out faster than you think. A gallon per person per day adds up. And if you're relying on tap water that suddenly stops or gets contaminated, you'll need a way to grab and store water fast. That's where collapsible containers shine. These containers fold flat when not in use, making them easy to store. Under a bed, in a bug-out bag, or next to your emergency food supply. But when expanded, they hold anywhere from 5 to 10 gallons, enough to sustain multiple people for several days. Most come with sturdy handles, spigots, or screw-on lids for controlled pouring and reduced spillage. They're also built from food-grade, BPA-free materials that are safe for drinking water. Many are UV-resistant and can be used for rainwater collection, hauling water from lakes or community spigots, or storing treated water after filtration. Why stock it now? In emergencies, water trucks and bottled supplies vanish in hours, and collapsible containers sell out quickly when natural disasters or boil notices hit. Having one or several on hand lets you immediately respond without waiting in line. What to do? Get 2-3 containers per household member. Store them dry, folded, and sealed in a cool place. Test each one by filling and draining before you need it. Pro tip: pair with a water purification method, like tablets or filters, so you're not just storing water but storing safe water. Because when the faucets stop and bottled water is gone, the ability to store what you find becomes your survival edge. And that's why collapsible water containers aren't just accessories, they're mission-critical gear for real-world emergencies. Number 2. Headlamp with adjustable beam. When the lights go out, most people reach for flashlights, but the smart ones go for a headlamp. Why? Because it gives you something flashlights can't: hands-free illumination. And in a real crisis, having both hands free to cook, fix, carry, or defend yourself can make all the difference. A headlamp with an adjustable beam gives you control over how much light you need and where it goes. Narrow beams are perfect for walking through dark hallways or outdoor trails, while wide beams light up entire rooms or workspaces. Many modern headlamps come with multiple brightness settings, including red light modes to preserve night vision or avoid attracting attention. Unlike candles or lanterns, headlamps are compact, battery efficient, and worn directly on your forehead, so they follow your line of sight exactly. That means no juggling tools and lights when you're repairing something, treating a wound, or preparing a meal in the dark. Durability is another win. Quality headlamps are water-resistant, drop-resistant, and lightweight, making them perfect for indoor power outages, storm prep, or bug-out scenarios. Most run on standard AA or AAA batteries, which are easy to stockpile and rotate. Some newer models include rechargeable options with USB charging or solar compatibility. Why stock up now? Because during grid-down events, hurricanes, earthquakes, blackouts, flashlights, and headlamps are among the first things to vanish from store shelves. And without light, you're vulnerable. What to do? Buy 2 headlamps per person. One for daily access, one as backup. Choose adjustable, waterproof models with high lumen output and battery-saving modes. Keep spare batteries nearby. Pro tip: tape a small piece of red film over the light for stealth mode in public crises or tactical use. Because in the dark, your eyes are only as good as your gear, and having both hands free is a nighttime survival advantage most people overlook. And that's why a headlamp isn't a hiking accessory. It's core survival tech for blackouts and beyond. Number 3. Mylar emergency blankets. In a survival situation, staying warm isn't a comfort, it's a necessity. And when the power's out or the temperature drops, Mylar emergency blankets can save your life. They're compact, lightweight, and reflect up to 90% of your body heat, a critical feature when hypothermia becomes a real threat. Also known as space blankets, these thin metallic sheets are designed to trap body heat and prevent it from escaping. They don't provide heat. They preserve it, which is exactly what you need when exposed to cold environments, whether you're indoors without power or stuck outside during evacuation. The real strength of Mylar blankets is their versatility. Use them as ground cover, windbreaks, makeshift shelters, or waterproof gear. Wrap them around sleeping bags, line the inside of tents, or even create sun-reflective tarps for extreme heat. They weigh almost nothing, fit in a pocket, and cost less than a cup of coffee. They also don't expire. With proper storage, they last indefinitely. That makes them one of the most cost-effective emergency items you can buy. Why stock now? Because during storms, wildfires, or winter blackouts, demand spikes fast and inventory vanishes. Hospitals, shelters, and aid workers often buy them in bulk, leaving retail shelves empty. What to do? Keep 2-3 blankets per person. Store one in your vehicle, one in your go bag, and one in your home supply. Pro tip: duct tape the edges to turn it into a sleeping bag liner or emergency poncho, because in a real emergency, warmth is survival, and weightless insulation can make all the difference. And that's why Mylar blankets aren't optional, they're life-saving heat shields. Every prepper should pack. Number 4. Flashlight. When the power goes out, your world instantly shrinks, and so do your chances of staying safe. Whether it's navigating debris in your home, signaling for help, or avoiding hazards outside, a reliable flashlight is non-negotiable. As of 2025, emergency guidelines from Ready.gov and the Red Cross list flashlights as a core survival item right behind food and water. But here's the kicker: not all flashlights are created equal. The $2 model from the checkout line won't cut it during a blackout or disaster. You need a durable, high-lumen flashlight, preferably LED for maximum brightness and efficiency. Look for a minimum of 300 lumens and a beam distance of at least 200 meters. Tactical models with strobe functions can even be used for self-defense or signaling. Don't just rely on one. Experts recommend having multiple flashlights spread across your home, in the bedroom, kitchen, car, and go bag. It's also smart to keep a small keychain light or headlamp on your person if you're on the move. Power is crucial. Always store extra batteries, and check them every 6 months. Better yet, opt for rechargeable models with USB ports or solar panels. Some hand crank flashlights are surprisingly effective and provide 10-15 minutes of light per minute of cranking. It's not ideal for all-night illumination, but in a pinch, it's better than total darkness. Also consider a headlamp. In emergencies, having both hands free is a game changer, whether you're bandaging a wound, cooking, or fixing something in the dark. And unlike lanterns, flashlights are portable, directional, and efficient. Avoid using your phone's flashlight as your primary source. It drains battery life fast, something you'll want to conserve for communication. Bottom line, darkness makes everything more dangerous. A quality flashlight gives you visibility, control, and confidence when the lights go out, and that's a survival edge you can't afford to overlook. Number 5. Manual can opener. It's one of the smallest tools in your kit, but in a grid-down emergency, a manual can opener is one of the most essential. If your food plan includes canned goods, and it should, then access to those calories hinges on this simple, often overlooked device. Most canned foods today are sealed with metal lids that require a sharp cutting mechanism to open. If the power's out and your only can opener is electric, you're stuck staring at calories you can't reach. A manual, hand-cranked opener doesn't need power, takes up barely any space, and works in every situation. The best can openers are made from stainless steel, have smooth turning gears, and include a comfortable grip that won't slip when wet. Bonus features like bottle openers or magnetized lid grabbers are useful, but don't trade reliability for extra functions. You want a tool that just works. And here's a real-world fact. When you're cold, tired, or injured, every bit of effort matters. Cheap openers jam, slip, or break when you need them most. Invest in a durable, military-grade or restaurant-quality model, and keep extras in your kitchen, vehicle, and bug-out bag. Why stock now? Because it's always the small stuff that people forget. And when the shelves are empty, even a $10 opener becomes hard to find. Every major storm or disaster sees a run on basic tools. Don't get caught needing one when it's already too late. What to do? Have at least 2 openers per household. Test them before storing. Keep one in your go kit and one with your home. Food supply. Pro tip: don't rely on pop-top cans. They bend, fail, and cut hands. And don't expect knives to do the job safely. Get the tool made for it, because canned food only helps if you can get it open. And a manual can opener is your silent, low-tech key to survival nutrition. Number 6. Battery-powered or hand-crank radio. When the grid goes down, information becomes one of your most powerful survival tools. In the absence of internet, television, or cell service, a battery-powered or hand-crank radio is your direct line to life-saving updates. As of 2025, FEMA and the National Weather Service strongly recommend every household keep a NOAA weather radio on hand for emergency alerts. These radios provide real-time broadcasts on everything from storm movements and evacuation routes to boil water advisories and shelter locations. When every minute counts, these alerts can help you make the right decision at the right time. There are two kinds to consider: battery-powered models, which are lightweight and reliable, and hand crank, or solar-powered models, which are ideal when you can't find fresh batteries. Many modern emergency radios now include multiple charging options, like USB ports, solar panels, and even kinetic cranks to generate power manually. Some can also double as flashlights or phone chargers, making them a versatile part of any survival kit. When shopping, look for a model that supports NOAA weather band frequencies. These are specific government stations that broadcast 24/7 emergency information. Some radios also have SAME, specific area message encoding technology, which lets you filter alerts to your local area, cutting through the noise to what really matters to you. Keep extra batteries on hand and test your radio monthly. If you're using a rechargeable model, top it off every few months to ensure it's ready when needed. Don't rely on your smartphone for emergency updates. Cell towers can fail, and once your battery dies, you're cut off. A dedicated radio is built for resilience, rugged, simple, and ready when everything else goes silent. Bottom line, information saves lives. A battery-powered or hand-crank radio ensures you're never left in the dark, literally or figuratively, when a disaster strikes. Number 7. MultiPurpose Tool in a crisis. Every ounce of gear you carry needs to earn its place, and few items are as versatile as a multi-purpose tool. Think of it as a compact toolbox in your pocket. Whether you're cutting rope, opening cans, fixing gear, or even defending yourself, a quality multi-tool gives you options when you're running out of time. As of 2025, survival experts consistently list multi-tools among the top 10 must-haves in any bug-out bag or emergency kit. Why? Because it consolidates over a dozen essential tools into one compact device, saving space, weight, and time. A standard multi-tool includes pliers, a knife, screwdrivers, wire cutters, can and bottle openers, scissors, and a file. Higher end models like those from Leatherman or Gerber might include saw blades, fire starters, and even mini hammers. These tools are invaluable when you're off-grid or stuck improvising repairs. Let's talk about practical scenarios. Need to fix a broken flashlight, tighten a loose screw on your gear, cut through a tangled seatbelt? Your multi-tool is ready. And when every second counts, having a reliable tool in reach can mean the difference between solving a problem or making it worse. Make sure to choose a high-quality stainless steel model. Cheaper versions may look the part but often break under stress. Look for one with a locking mechanism on the blades to prevent accidents and a belt pouch for quick access. Pro tip: practice using your tool before an emergency strikes. Familiarity can save you critical seconds when adrenaline is high and visibility is low. And don't forget to back up. While your main multi-tool should be robust, it's smart to stash a smaller one in your glove box or go bag. In survival, redundancy is a strength. Bottom line, a multi-purpose tool is more than a gadget. It's your hands, brain, and resourcefulness in one compact form. When things fall apart, it helps you put them back together. Number 8. Waterproof fire starters or lighters. When it comes to survival, fire equals life. It means heat, cooking, boiling water, and even signaling for help. That's why having reliable, waterproof fire starters or lighters is a non-negotiable. Essential in any emergency setup. Matches are fine until they get wet. Basic lighters work until they run out of fuel. But waterproof fire tools are built to work when the environment turns hostile. Think ferro rods, storm-proof matches, waterproof lighters or magnesium blocks, tools that ignite in wind, rain, or snow and keep sparking long after disposable gear fails. Fire is especially crucial in cold weather blackouts, wilderness survival, or post-disaster scenarios where there's no electricity, and staying warm becomes a matter of life or death. Being able to start a fire quickly, without wasting time, energy, or tinder, makes a huge difference in both comfort and survival. A good fire starter is small, lightweight, and easy to use, even with gloves or cold hands. It should be capable of producing a hot, sustained spark or flame that ignites wet or low-quality tinder. That's why pros often carry multiple types: ferro, rods for longevity, storm-proof matches for fast ignition, and refillable lighters for convenience. Why stock up now? Fire-starting tools are low on most people's priority list. That means they're often out of stock during crises, especially when storms hit or wildfire season ramps up. What to do? Keep 3 fire-starting methods per kit. Redundancy is key. Store them in waterproof containers or sealed bags alongside dry tinder like cotton balls soaked in petroleum jelly. Pro tip: practice starting a fire with your tools in wet or windy conditions. Confidence in your gear only comes from use. Because when heat is gone, your gear is wet, and your fingers are freezing, you'll want more than a disposable lighter. And that's why waterproof fire starters aren't a luxury. They're a life-saving ignition source when survival depends on flame. Number 9. Sanitation and personal hygiene items. In a disaster scenario, people often focus on food, water, and shelter, but overlook one of the biggest threats: poor sanitation. As of 2025, the CDC reports that unsanitary conditions after emergencies lead to a surge in illnesses like gastrointestinal infections, skin diseases, and respiratory issues. Cleanliness isn't just about comfort, it's about survival. When the plumbing stops working or water supplies are contaminated, maintaining hygiene becomes challenging. That's why your survival kit should include essential sanitation and personal hygiene supplies. Start with the basics: moist towelettes, hand sanitizer, biodegradable soap, toothbrushes, toothpaste, feminine hygiene products, and toilet paper. Yes, toilet paper. Ask anyone who lived through the early pandemic panic of 2020. You'll also want garbage bags, plastic buckets with tight lids, and disinfectant wipes. These aren't just for waste, they're crucial for keeping living spaces clean and reducing bacterial spread. Include plastic sheeting and zip ties to create makeshift barriers or seal off contaminated areas. For makeshift toilets, line a 5-gallon bucket with a garbage bag and add some cat litter or sawdust to control odor. Portable toilet kits are also available and ideal for bug-out bags or car kits. Don't forget items specific to infants, the elderly, or people with medical conditions, like adult diapers, baby wipes, or special skincare products. In survival, these details matter. And here's something most people ignore: mental health and morale. A clean face, brushed teeth, or fresh-smelling wipes can restore a sense of normalcy and dignity during chaos. It's not just hygiene, it's humanity. Make sure everything is stored in waterproof, labeled containers. Keep one hygiene kit at home and another in your go bag or vehicle. Rotate products that can expire, like wipes or hand sanitizers, every 6 to 12 months. Bottom line, staying clean keeps you healthy and alive. When running water disappears, your hygiene kit becomes your first line of defense against disease, discomfort, and breakdown. Number 10. Emergency blanket. When most people think about survival gear, they imagine food, flashlights, or first aid, but few realize how critical body temperature is. According to the National Institute for Health, hypothermia can begin in temperatures as high as 50 degrees Celsius, especially if you're wet, exhausted, or exposed to wind. That's why an emergency blanket, also known as a Myar blanket or space blanket, is a must-have in every kit. These ultra-light compact blankets are made from heat-reflective material originally developed by NASA. As of 2025, they're standard issue in emergency kits recommended by FEMA, the Red Cross, and most global disaster response agencies. Despite weighing just a few ounces, they can reflect up to 90% of your body heat, making them one of the most efficient tools for preventing heat loss. Their versatility goes beyond warmth. Emergency blankets can be used to build shelter, signal for help, the shiny surface reflects light, collect rainwater, line the inside of sleeping bags, or even insulate the ground beneath you. In hot environments, they can serve as shade to protect from heat stroke. They're waterproof, windproof, and tear-resistant, but they're not indestructible. That's why seasoned preppers recommend keeping at least 2 per person, one for immediate use and one as backup or for other applications. You'll also find emergency sleeping bags and blanket ponchos, which offer more durability and coverage. These are slightly bulkier, but provide better protection in cold weather scenarios. Store emergency blankets in your go bag, car, office drawer, and home kit. Their small size makes them ideal for stashing everywhere without taking up space. Pro tip: practice folding and unfolding them. They're noisy and can be tricky to refold when you're cold or panicked. Know how to deploy one before you need it. Bottom line, whether you're stranded in a storm or sleeping under the stars, an emergency blanket is a compact lifesaver. When warmth is the difference between safety and danger, don't leave this essential behind. Number 11. Sanitation supplies. Wipes, trash bags, gloves. When a disaster hits, sanitation often collapses first. Toilets back up, water gets cut off, and garbage piles up. That's why sanitation supplies, like disinfectant wipes, heavy-duty, trash bags, and disposable gloves, are non-negotiable in any survival kit. People focus on food and water, But forget that poor hygiene leads to disease, infection, and contamination faster than hunger or dehydration. Without proper sanitation, a small cut can turn deadly, and your living space can become a health hazard in just a few days. Wipes, especially antibacterial ones, allow you to clean your hands, face, tools, and surfaces without using precious water. They're compact, sealed, and easy to distribute across bags, vehicles, and rooms. In emergencies, they're your first line of defense against bacteria and viruses. Trash bags aren't just for waste. They serve as makeshift toilets, rain protection, insulation, or water collectors. Choose heavy-duty, contractor-grade bags that won't tear under stress. In a long-term scenario, waste management becomes critical. Bags let you contain, store, and remove biohazards safely. Disposable gloves, nitrile or latex, are essential when handling trash, cleaning wounds, or dealing with contaminated water or food. They protect you from exposure to germs, chemicals, and sharp objects in environments where soap and running water may not be available. Why stock now? These supplies disappear instantly during pandemics, storms, or outages. Most stores limit quantities when demand spikes. Don't wait for shelves to empty. What to do? Build a sanitation kit with 3+ packs of wipes, 2 to 3 boxes of gloves, and 20+ heavy-duty trash bags. Store separately from food, but keep accessible. Pro tip: add hand sanitizer, toilet paper, and a roll of duct tape for makeshift containment if plumbing fails. Because when you can't count on clean water or working toilets, your hygiene is your health line. And that's why sanitation supplies aren't backup. They're essential survival gear that keeps your shelter safe and your body clean. Preparation is the key to survival. By assembling these 11 essentials, you're taking a proactive step towards safeguarding yourself and your loved ones. Don't wait for a crisis to start preparing. If you found this guide helpful, give us a thumbs up, share it with friends and family, and subscribe for more vital survival tips.